total team effort. Love the energy, everybody. Got a lot of guys double-digit minutes. You know, there's a lot of guys whose numbers will stand out, from Forte to Cobbins to Anthony Allen. But two guys, Anthony Hickey and Christian Sager, gave us tremendous minutes. Sager gave us great energy, sparked us in the first half, and Anthony Hickey did his job. So great team effort against a team that, you know, watching them on film, watching them how they played Arkansas, and watching them, it's a team, very veteran team that we played against, going to win a lot of games. Big, got a bench. Good win for us. Good win. For us to be able to get 87 without our leading scorer, we'll take this. We'll take it.
You didn't have your leading scorer. Is this your best win so far, the way it played out?
It's a good win for us. It's a good win. You know, Tulsa, you know, I was Tulsa beat Creighton tonight, and that's, you know, but this team's going to win a lot of games. I'm just telling you, going to win a lot. This North, yes, it's a good win. Either way, it's a good win because I got a lot of respect for North Texas because they got veteran players, proven players that can play, and I'm happy with it. We haven't had great practice. We haven't got to practice as much as we'd want because of travel and different things. Things didn't quite go how we'd hoped the last 3 or 4 days as far as practice is concerned. But our guys really paid attention to scouting report, and everything we asked them to do, they went out and did. I can't be more pleased as far as the team effort is concerned.
Is this an example of the depth that you hope to have?
We hoped, yeah, it is. You know, we got contributions from everybody. You know, everybody put the ball in the hole. Everybody got an assist. Everybody rebounded. So everybody did what they're supposed to do. And you know, if we do that, then we have a chance to be an okay team. We've got a chance. You know, again, just team effort. Just it's fun to watch, fun to see that. Because we had some guys out. I mean, we had some guys out that would have played a lot of minutes. 2 of them would, you know, Hammonds and Nash would have played a lot of minutes in this game.
What can you tell us about LB?
Just disciplinary. Just disciplinary. You know, got to do things the right way, be on time, go to class, do little things. Got to, you know, just disciplinary. He'll be back. Probably just one game. Probably just one game.
Had a setback in that ankle, or
trying to figure it out. I mean, I thought he practiced pretty well yesterday, and he just came up to me before the game. Literally, I mean, went through shoot around, and came up to me before and just said he didn't think he could go. And long season ahead of us, so didn't want to force the issue, but we got to get him better. We got to figure out how we got to get him better. He's a very important piece to our basketball team. You know, and we need to get him back out there. So we just got to keep rehabbing and get him better. And you know, really, you know, I don't know. It's good. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out, to be honest with you.
You missed Cobbins for a few games. You missed Allen at one point, and you know Hammonds and Nash tonight. Does that help you at all figure out what you got in each of these guys?
It helps. It shows, and I say it shows in a game. This was a real game. I mean, this was a competitive game against really good players. So it's good to see some of these guys step up and compete. You know, tight game in the first half. So it's good to put some of these guys in situations. You know, when really you have to. I didn't have a choice. And it's good to see that they responded. Very good to see. Now, what I loved, man, they were supporting each other in timeouts. The guy would come out of the game and really be talking to the other guy, and they would be talking on the bench. And this was during early times in the game when things were even not going great. We weren't playing super, but they were sticking together. And man, I think the crowd appreciated how hard they played. Man, we were on the floor a lot, diving on the floor. If our fans can't get behind the man, I mean, they were getting after it, and it's fun to see. If you watch, I think 3 times, I don't know how many minutes, we had 5 guys that weren't here last year on the court at certain times. 5 guys that were all new guys, and it was usually a couple. It was Tyree, Newberry, Shine, Mitchell, and Anthony Allen, and then one time I think Jeff Carroll was in there with that group. I don't think, and those guys played some minutes in crucial times. So man, I just hope the fans get embrace this team because I think they're fun to watch. I mean, as of right now, I don't know how good we are. I still don't know. I'm glad we're 7-0. I mean that's okay, but it's a scrappy little team. I said that 2 months ago, and I think they showed a little bit of it tonight.
The rotations you had tonight, Coach, and Big 12 Conference just keeps creeping up on you. Does that help you as far as getting players, how you want to put your players in those rotations?
Yeah, we're thinking about it all the time. You know, it's good to see Anthony Allen come back after not playing too well. He come back and give us those minutes tonight and does things that we see. Man, he could be a guy that we can really count on, hopefully, on a more consistent basis. But you know, we're still a ways away from figuring out who's going to get you know, and it may not. All we know is, and we talk to our team, we know we know 4 guys who are going to get a lot of minutes. I know that. You know, we know that. We talked to our team about that. Now the rest of the guys, you're going to play. You're all going to get great opportunities. You better do well in practice, get in the game, do your job. And tonight was a great example of, I didn't have to take anybody out for not doing their job. Nobody. I felt comfortable. And the other thing I gave a team a talk to the other night, and as a coach, you know, when you start subbing, there's teams sometimes you sub and you're like, man, I hope this guy doesn't mess up or something, you know, and you're just kind of holding your breath. I don't feel that way with any player on our team when I put them in. I'm excited about putting guys in. I feel like every one of them bring us something. And you don't, and as a coach, you don't always have that. Like sometimes you're just like, all right. With these guys, I don't. I'm excited when I put guys in because I'm thinking, man, I know he can do this. Is he going to go do it? I hope he does. And that's a good feeling as a coach. We just hope it continues and hope they continue to be humble and support each other. It's a challenge, the greatest challenge we got, you know, for any coach, and is to keep them all together as things continue to get more difficult, and they are going to get more difficult.
Rebound advantage like you did tonight against this team, a team like this, had to be really pleasing.
It's very pleasing because that's one of the things they're really good at. North Texas is a good rebounding basketball team. You go read all their notes in their thing and talk about all their rebounding stats and all that. And for us to be able to go out and double them is great for our team. It's great. But it came from it was by committee. It's what we call gang rebounding, team rebounding. Everybody contributed to the rebounding calls.
Are you interested to see how your team will respond to going play in a true road game?
Yes. And it will be a true road game, yeah. Against a good opponent. Again, South Carolina's returned a lot of players that came here last year. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a really difficult game, great challenge, 2 days to prepare. Early game, 11 o'clock game our time. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but, you know, we'll start preparing. And we've got a lot of respect for Frank Martin and the job he does. And it's a good challenge, very good challenge.
You talked about tonight in the first half. What did you see as the key to what changed?
Changing defenses. We started changing defense, changed our press. We had to change our presses, period, without Nash and Leighton Hammonds in there, different things. We had to change some things on the fly this afternoon and different things yesterday. Took a little bit of our identity away early that we've been doing for 6 other games. How we've been starting other games, we didn't get to start that way, and I think it affected our guys a little bit. I think it was like, and I said it for a staff, man, I hate to do this because we've been doing so well, and we got an okay start, and they came back, but it was kind of how I thought it was going to be. And then we started changing defenses on them, and we finally found a press and some trap and stuff that was working, and we stuck with it. And we kept going from zone to man in the half court. And I thought that was the major difference. And we were passing the ball. I think out of our first 14 made shots or something, I was telling me we had 11 assists out of those 14, some number around there. And we've been begging our team the last 2 days since we got back from Vegas. The one huge stat I'm not happy with is the assist-to-turnover ratio. I shouldn't be on our team. We had like 1 or 2 more turnovers than we had assists on the year. We still didn't do very good for the ratio, but I like the 16 assists. We should have never had 15 turnovers. But the 16 assists is getting more like to what we need.
Phil's night. That was a big night for Phil.
Had a huge night. We need somebody to pick it up. And I kind of felt he might be ready to go. He seemed pretty locked in and made some shots and played really, really well. Really well.
Kind of did it all sorts of ways. Driving, created his own shot.
Driving, got to the free throw line, threes, pull-ups. Yeah, kind of like, you guys didn't get to hear. When we played Louisiana Tech in the scrimmage, he had an unbelievable game. And that's how he did. He was scoring in every way. And that looked more like it. Tonight was how he was doing it. And that's when he's at his best. We've been talking to him. I think he's been selling, just trying to get a 3 off or, man, just play, have fun. we don't mind if you shoot. That's a good way to play. He sometimes puts a little too much pressure on himself, but tonight I just thought he played with a lot of thought he had fun, and he had a complete game. I think that's a great point how he scored those points in a lot of different ways.
Tell Sager to take a shot or two.
Nah, he can make them. Now he knows I don't mind, and he can make those in practice. He makes them. I don't mind him taking them. I don't mind him taking them at all. That's actually no. He doesn't mind. He's tough. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't have to tell him.
I just thank God, thank my teammates. Those are the two things that are always there for me, whether I'm playing well or not. And the best part about tonight was just my teammates were more happy for me than I was, and so. That's the best part about this team is just to see how happy they are for whoever has the hot hand that night. And it just means a lot, when you have your teammates there encouraging you the whole night, and that was the most fun thing for me tonight.
Mike, what did you think of Phil's performance?
Outstanding. We talk about everybody's going to have their night, and obviously it was Phil's night tonight. Everything he put up fell through, and we just love when that happens. It creates energy for everybody else, and we just piggybacked off that.
And then Phil, that deep three you made before the shot clock, deepest three you've made probably? Or
yeah, probably. And I didn't even know the shot clock was winding down. I just saw it, and I knew that, halftime, the game clock was winding down. It was like, I'm open, I might as well shoot it. So, and then the buzzer went off. I was like, oh, it was a good thing I did.
Good right away.
Yeah, it did. It looked straight on, and then I was like, oh, that might have a chance. So.
God.
You guys doubled them up on rebounding. I mean, that had to be a big emphasis going into tonight.
Definitely. It's always been something that we've been trying to get better at every year that we've been here, and this year it seems like it's coming along.
Do you like being on the floor at the same time with Anthony Allen?
I do. It creates a better presence down low for us to protect the rim, and gives the big guys down low something to work with, and it opens up everybody for the outside as well.
You had a nice stat line tonight, too. Are you starting to get comfortable and feel like you're kind of back into things?
Yeah, and I give credit to that to the coaches. They've been trying to boost up my confidence a lot, which has been helping me play a lot better in games.
Like, when you guys have a guy going like Phil was tonight, how much do you guys just want to get the ball in his hands?
Every possession we go down, we want to make sure he touches the ball, and because he had the hot hand, everything he put up was falling. So all throughout the game, we're looking for Phil to put up shots.
Phil, can you just talk about stepping up the way you did tonight without Nash? So knowing you had to do a little more.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the game, it's 18 points. It's almost a double-double sitting on the bench there. So we were losing a lot, and wasn't necessarily coming in the game thinking scoring, but everyone had to step up, whether it was rebounding and or steal here and there. It's just everyone had to contribute in another way. And I was just thankful. My teammates, like Mike said, they were looking for me, and any chance they had to get me the ball or set a screen for me in transition, they did that. And so that's the great part about basketball. It's a team sport, and with this team, it's just whoever has the hot hand. We're going to try to go to that. And luckily, just tonight was me, and I just give all the credit to my teammates and coaches for that.
Phil, beyond you and Mike, several other guys did some good things. You look up and down the roster, there were guys who really contributed. We've talked about the depth on this team. Is this sort of an indication of what you guys can have?
Yeah, definitely. It's not always scoring, but Sean made some great plays. Tyree did. Hit came through, Big Ant, and so we're a deep team, and we'll score or make plays in different ways, whether it's a steal. Everyone else brings something different to the table, and that's the great thing about this team. We have so many different weapons offensively and defensively, and so now I think we're starting to gel a little bit more together each and every game, and we're just getting better each and every day, one game at a time, and just taking it from there.
Either one of you guys can kind of elaborate on this. Brian mentioned it the other day, the trust level you guys have in kind of everybody on this team at this point. Michael, you sitting out, I'm sure, seeing those guys going for you helped build trust in them, right?
Mm-hmm. Trust has been something that we would talk about from day one with this team. And, it's going to go a long way down the season. You got to trust everybody to do their job. Everybody has a job on the court. And, with LB going down, we had to trust everybody to step up their game for him. So everybody did that. We trusted in them, and they followed through with their jobs.